It's Riley Reid and it's time to get riggity wrecked. Ask me anything. Will you even duck a fan? Asking for a friend. Yes. Answering for a friend. Have you ever slept with a super famous celebrity? You don't need to tell us their name. But what industry? No, not super famous. I hooked up with Adam Devine a few times from Workaholics. That was fun. You don't have to tell us their name, tells us their name, hahaha. You the best, Riley. Can you reply so I can just tell my friends I'm friends with the greatest porn star to ever live? Cheers, neighborino. Tell your friends that they are pussies itches BC they didn't come and talk to me and you're my new favorite #1 fan cause you here to support me boo and I love you and appreciate you. How often do people admit to recognizing you in person? Hahaha, all the time. Literally everywhere. On a scale of 1 to double now. How intense is your personal sex life? Lol, my personal sex life is pretty chill at the moment. Nothing too crazy. I mean, I like to have threesomes and stuff. Is that wild? Doing maths whilst doing it? Definitely wild. Who are you and how do we duck? Meet me at my place at 8 PM. I'll be waiting. Hey Riley. Have you had any embarrassing moments when performing? I mean, every time I queef I get embarrassed, lol. Has anyone asked for nudes yet? Cause that seems like the most obvious question. I'm asking for nudes. Am I allowed to post nudes? How do you keep from aging? Are you a vampire? In the business since 2011 and you still can pass as 18. Haha, I swear it's all the ducking I do. Lol, honestly it's just genetics. I mean, I take good care of myself. I'm happy. I eat healthy food. I am always on my feet. I use a C-Up as my skincare product, lol. Hi Riley. Are you actually ticklish or are you faking it in those tickle videos? I'm ticklish as duck. Most porn actresses have a career lifespan of 3 months. How did you make it so far? IDK, you tell me, question mark? I think I'm just lucky with my fan base. Or I just actually really love my Joe. Haha, I mean, most of the girls who come into porn aren't the smartest, let's be honest. I think they get carried away in the money you can make being a hooker and why shoot porn for $1,000 when you can be a hooker for $5,000. I mean, there are so many different things. Maybe they don't like sex. Maybe they start dating a guy who tells them to quit. IDK, but I do know not many built their own website or actually love the shit out their job. I enjoy it and have fun and it shows. I think the camera can tell that I having a great time and so can my fans. What's your favorite spontaneous sex moment? Sex in the Uber. Fake Uber. Is the dad bot still in? When is it not? Thank God. Is it true that you went to Flanagan High School? And how was the experience there? Student here currently, it comes up quite often, lol. I went to 3 high schools and that was one of them. I liked it. How much money do you make per year? You don't have to be exact. I'm just curious. Wouldn't you like to know? Last year I made about $350,000. What is your favorite scene you've ever filmed? What outfit has been your favorite to wear? Damn, that's really hard. You can't put GD and BG porn in the same category. But honestly, my favorite stuff has been for my own website recently. I get to have the most creative fun with the makeup because I'm the one in charge encouraging it. So I think my birthday DP for my website is probably my current favorite. Hey Riley. Love your work. I wonder if you've had any weird encounters with fans? And if so, what's the weirdest encounter you've had? Yeah, I mean, I've had a few, I can't lie. I think the worst was this guy when I was featuring dancing kept lying to the club and people just watching my show telling them I was his girlfriend and was trying to get backstage. It was creepy. I told him if he didn't start throwing $100 bills I'd have him kicked out. So he made it rain all over me with $100 bills, so it wasn't so bad. What's the weirdest thing your mind has ever wandered to while you were being? How can I put this delicately? Plowed? Haha, I actually have never really thought about that. Honestly, I'm usually just working and focusing on the moment. I also try to be a very present person and live in each moment. But either way, when I'm shooting, I'm paying attention where the camera is and if the director is trying to give me any hand signals like next position or whatnot. Are you single, Riley? Yes lol, which is funny because previous question. Josh and I are taking a break to figure out what we want out of life right now. We're still friends, but I think our lives are just headed different directions. So you're saying there's a chance? Ever think of writing a memoir or a different kind of book? I wanna write kids books about my dog. I have a few concepts I already wrote up. Which common misconception bothers you the most? The fact that people think porn stars are druggies or dumb. IDK, I save my money. I'm successful. I like to smoke weed but I'm not a drug addict. Probably the worst is people think I have daddy issues BC I do porn. Or that I was abused as a kid. Like, why can't I just do porn BC? I always loved having sex with lots of people BC, that's what it is. I was having orgies in high school. Why have you not done any cream pie scenes? Only now cream pie for my website. Hi Riley. Just wondering if you'll be making any more YouTube videos in the near future? I really enjoyed the Dear Riley videos you made in the past. Yes. I've been so busy I just haven't had the chance. But yes, I want to make more and more until there is no more. Have you ever slept with someone that somehow didn't know you are a porn star? No, I don't think so. Orgasms. What percentage of them are fake? What percentage of them are real? Do you wanna know if Santa is real or not? Hello Riley. Love your work. I have 2 questions. 1. What fictional character would you love the most to have sex with? 2. How long are you considering staying in the industry for, and what are your future plans after porn? Oh, nice questions. I think the Joker would be a wild person to duck. Sounds really fun. IDK, when I'll quit. I'll know when the time comes. Hey Riley. What would be included in your favorite sandwich? It. I ducking love me a sandwich. Duck, I love a variety of mustards. Deli meats. Tomato. Cheese. And some greens. Make sure you toast up the bread first though. I like it crunchy. Which actor or actress is your favorite to work with? Also, who in your opinion is a promising up and comer? Lana Rhoades is a new girl who's fun to work with, and Manuel Ferrer never disappoints. If you had to pick your most enjoyable moment in the porn industry, what would it be? That's too hard. IDK, kissing all the pretty girls I get to kiss. Are you into psychedelics? Yes, yes and yes. Riley, how can girl fans get in her pants? Full stop. Also asking for a friend. Haha, slide into my DMs. Do you feel that the porn industry is degrading to women in any way? Or do you feel empowered by it? Do you ever feel like you're being degraded in scenes, and how does that affect your self-worth, if it does at all? Do your parents know you do porn? Thanks. P.S. I love you. I personally feel so empowered by the industry. I'm also the type of girl that always says I do what I want and mean it. I literally do whatever the duck I want. When I see some scenes or like the porn on trenchcoats.com, I personally am so motivated and empowered. My favorite is when I'm producing, directing, styling, performing in a scene for my own website. To have this vision and then make it real is such a beautiful feeling, and I love it so much. I have only found myself to care more for myself and others being in porn. It has taught me to be liberated and not care what people think of me. I guess there is this whole world you enter because I'm taboo, so all these people judge, so I automatically get a free filter to get the shitty people out of my life. I always say if I was a school teacher I would never know how my peers really feel about the girl on camera getting ducked. I would never know that they shame her. But because I am that girl, I can see how low people can treat me, and I know that they will never have the opportunity to know what kind of love and friendship I can share. Yes, my whole family knows I do porn and everyone loves me and is proud. Hi Riley. I'm a huge fan of Alex Gray. Hence the name. And I recently read on her Twitter that she just met you for the first time. Is there a scene already in the works, or do you plan on shooting her for your site? I would love to see a scene with the both of you. I'd wanna shoot her for my website. I'm actually already booked up through January, but I'd wanna get an Al scene with her for my website. She is so offing cute. Hey, love your work. How long does it take to recover from a gangbang? Can you get right back in the saddle? Or does it take some time? I'd take a few days off work just BC, I'm a princess. Hey, what's your favorite pastime? And how do you feel about your profession overall? Man, I'll be honest, I work too damn much. If I'm not shooting for other porn sites, I'm doing something on the computer for mine. Writing scripts. Creating mood boards. etc. But when I force myself to not work, I love hanging out with my friends. Watching movies. Hanging out with my dog. When it's not a million degrees outside, I love to go hiking. What would your response be to feminists who think female porn stars are hurting their cause? I'd throw a dildo at them and tell them to go duck themselves. Do you enjoy anal, or do you perform it mainly because it pays far better? Couldn't think of an unperverted question, soz. I love it. I would never subject myself to such trauma and so something just for money. That sounds horrible. It seems you're kinda lying low right now. How's life? I am. I also have a newfound hate for social media. Lol, so it's really hard for me to want to be a part of that world. Which makes it seem as if I'm being distant. I just don't want to partake in the world whole life sucking effect that social media can have on people's lives. I don't want people stuck looking at my Instagram, Twitter instead of living the life in front of them. IDK, I'm having a lot of conflict with the whole social media platform right now. When did you lose her virginity? And her favorite We Dust Rain? I lost it when I was 15 in the movie theater, lol. I love Indicus. What's your favorite cereal? The kind with THC in it. Nor I'm super healthy, I eat granola, lol, boring I know. Hey Riley. What do you watch other than Rick and Morty? Mayo. I don't watch much television honestly. That's pretty much the only show I watch. Has there been any drawbacks to being an internationally known pornster? Yay. Everyone already has the first impression of me. I hardly get to have it myself. People already know who I am and have a view that they created. What was it like to do double mal for the first time? That I didn't even think was possible. Surprise, was I wrong? Hi Ril. Worst and best position? Well, I mean, it depends. Do I need to try and find a camera lens, because some of these positions like doggy is perfect until I have to twist like a pretzel to find the camera, lol. Love your work. Riley, you're the most beautiful girl in porn. I do have one question for you. What makes you thoroughly happy? Lolo, that's not an easy question to answer on Reddit. I think real peace and happiness just comes from acceptance to what is. Taking care of your mental and physical self. Not just about doing your everyday tasks like going to work. But stretching. Brushing your teeth. Taking the time to do the little things that count. IDK, plus I have a stay optimistic mood. I mean, I feel like things can always get worse and I don't have it so bad, so what's to complain about? How were your experiences at Burning Man? I've always wanted to go and seems like a fun experience. It changed my life and I think every person should go at least once, but remember, you're in the middle of nowhere and need everything to survive. Also be careful and smart on how you party. Again, you're in the middle of nowhere. There is no local hospital or something, so be smart, kids. Have you always been so confident? If not, how did you become confident? I love your silly personality. It's funny you say that because I think it wasn't until I started doing porn that I became so confident. I mean, I always did what I wanted, but that's pride and being stubborn, lol. I'm the kind who would hide in my closet under a pile of clothes to avoid confrontation. I listened to this audiobook and it told me that the word courage originates from the word core, meaning from within the heart. To be courageous means you act from within what your heart feels. Also, to feel courage you have to practice asks of courage, so like being honest even when you don't want to be. Once you keep putting yourself out there and keep trying, then you can eventually do it naturally. You can't practice giving a speech in front of 100 people, you just have to go out there and do it.